let's look at the spirits in which what is being said is said.
You really comment to what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
Gadel say, feel I say, oh yeah, Accra guy, and a Kumasi guy. What about someone from a village where there's no road? Can you help how such patients can be carried to nearby hospital? We'll bet my Akaka to us with the next comment.
Say a quine you on my nasa quine.
Was it no road?
Okay. Either say a quine you are quine. How are you doing the hospital?
Yeah.
First point I say any idea.
Send the pananya area ni biana.
Okay.
That's saying.
I mean, you should say so. Opache say ni pananya area ni bi. Na say any idea the hospital. Said your first by you do moko no.
Dada na.
Because at this point you have to ekwe.
Dada na. Sunday thought they be ada. Yo, Dana Boama say the most important thing is to avoid frequency and duration of exposure to reduce infestation. Ghanaians should not see the lockdown as not a restriction of their rights but a protective measure of their life. This can get worse and bad. Ghana is a good place to reduce the impact of COVID-19, which I do agree with you. Evans Nanakujo say, I have a little challenge here in US. Many are going to get the COVID-19 relief funds, and even some companies are helping their employees plus people filing for unemployment, etc. Is there going to be any plans as such in Ghana? I doubt, which I don't think so there is.
No, and he made mention of certain packages
to people.
Yeah.
How do I get my money?
In Ghana?
Yes.
Also, he is putting together a package which will be sent to Parliament. Now Parliament are looking at. And you know, at least they are working on something.
We don't know the details.
We don't know the details. It's too early. No, Kojo, PK, and I'm referring to Kojo, your comment here. Who say Ghana the
comment,
Oh yeah.
I say many are those who need to go out there before family can get food to eat. Can we address this? And then we already talked about that. And, I think it's all about later. You have to wait to the previous. We already talked about how people gonna go back again. To make that statement, you come to the next comment.
The American say, let's not forget where we come from, and that is why it is even more important that we take this thing seriously, because say I'm taking it more seriously. Next year, what am I quantema unia ebeye dia my more. Now, for public health education purposes, say young ketele the spread no. Let's say cost spread yeah. It can go on for a year. When you are because say what might be vanishing.
But that's a question to be asked about what's of status. I say so yes I when you virus no or to baby train you back in the lockdown forever because you come back and the virus will rise again.
No. Okay, some how it works.
Dr. What's your uncle?
Okay, so I don't know. You know, I think that since we started, we hear about flattening the curve and all that. But I remember this simple analogy. I'm say for the sake of discussion, as you see why PK, what tested positive, right?
Being tested positive.
No, make
have family example.
Everyone say there's one person. What tested positive, right? Say jai this person. Say I'm control and I say I'm restricting the movement of this person. Now say jai this person. No call grocery shopping and I say grocery store. Ebia they are calling infecting nipa 2, right? Nipa 2 no so no obia woni fie. Also call there are 5 people in the house or they are infected or transmitted to the 5 people. The other person also call another 5 people in the house. Also transmitted to those 5 people. So right now, already we have 10 people or their mom. Those
about for the metelas you can hear community spread.
Okay, what you say. So, but the other side, it is any panel in your and you're restricted, and you keep on ever has any treaty na you treaty no waro cover. And to your cover there's no virus to spread. Therefore, nipa 10 and combine bin. So is a virus in our hefa.
Okay, but a question. Is it true that when you're positive, that's how we recover, you become immune to the virus?
That is something that is debatable.
Because you're saying in dry, you must say I'm tested positive now, I'm recovering and ebi asaba bi mo masachi virus ni bi.
That is
I think say it was China for I recorded that case.
It's the reason being, say, and this is a question that people have been asking. I don't know, say, do I pay attention to the White House briefing, press briefing every day? Since someone asked Dr. Fauci the other day, say, so is it possible so be a when you be now you're treating no or better, or better in your view? So, Emma, the response and say, under normal circumstances, when people get infected with a virus and as a bisana, they build
the
immunity, and it becomes hard for them to get reinfected. But we are dealing with a new virus, which we are still trying to understand or to know the mode of transmission. And possible? Is it possible? So binya bia ontimi ense nyabio. It's possible. Is it possible? So nya obetimi asa nyabio.
And no say possible.
And no say
about equation be math equation be the one ma wo solve ya or typical say the answer is positive or negative. Then you are correct. That's near solve now I want something now catch me the point my mom fire dream goes
no
Debbie yeah you have to tell you be bad it's so strict says
okay the point
it's possible
yeah because the point I'm trying to make and say right now no because this is new and then it's changing by the second. There's a lot that still have to be known. What is
the individual situation? Obi body different.
And men can't say individual situation because some of these things, I know we can generalize it and give a definitive answer, right? And Obi Kraka say there's this theory that's going on. Say so binyabi. That's any panel recover. Can we take a blood out of that person and inject into obia when you be for which works in most situations. So but in this case whatever work it remains
the science
unknown.
Is not there yet.
They are still studying that. So anything what I'm trying to say is it's too early for us to know some of these answers to some of these questions. I think as we move along we'll have definitive answers to all these questions.
Pastor Patience was say please the people in Ghana are not law abiding. But for some and it be a very law abiding power. They need soldiers to keep them indoors. We know you are doing so because Obite Dr. Boatin say Ghana by this time Anson Eric Sapon or reply to Evans' question say, bro, as Nanado said, we know how to save the economy, but we don't know how to save the local into I don't know emphasis for making. Gadewa Sababi says some Ghanaians can't buy food and store them ahead of for even 3 days. Such casual people, what should they do to survive? I think you already explained that part, to talk about food beyond my say good for 3 days. You know how to manage that. So one team enter for 3 days. I think we already talked about that. And also lockdown in Ghana is good, but if the president or donors can support them with food items, that would be fine. And they've already started doing that. They share Dr. Osed despite any name Dr. Ofori support. I donated $100,000 to
Kennedy Japan, so I make a lot of donations.
Kennedy Japan, so
and there's a lot more.
Yes, I think that is going on. Then Obama say this calls for change in lifestyle. It is not about whether law enforcement, I think I like that, it's around or not, but what do Ghanaians have to do to protect themselves, families, and communities. And I think that's a good contribution. In Ghana, we go and get something for daily food. It's hard. And if you got there, Pastor Patience Sasabebi will say, I don't think it's total lockdown, so people can go and come, but let them limit the movements. Watch the which is true. Nice program, Dr. Phil Good and Dr. Samir. God bless you for your words for hope and love. Now, says there's some measures to get the mad people, mad in quotes, people out of the cities or lockdown. I think said Brian Martin, older brother, Daniel, Pastor Daniel Martin, can say they're going to offer, some pastors are offering their church and their apartments for the homeless, and something will be established and be in place. Someone may wonder if mad people can be locked down for them to get close to the real people. Well, first of all, then I feel kind of there are people who live their lives as they go, normal, no beyond being or I don't think there will be a problem. And I even saw a picture of what is a buffer schizophrenic? I saw a picture of schizophrenic person or share nose mask crown on number no I found I didn't know number the crown no. Last two comments be read. Say this corona might help us to be more efficient as individuals. Let's make good use of the little we have. Learn how to use this little food you have. I think he's emphasizing on what Feel Good said. PK, I've realized most people are traveling from Accra and Kumasi to other regions due to the lockdown. Bro, these people can spread it, so please claim that advice. Oh, wow, that's also a good point.
Now, let me get into some of my highlights that are planned, they say, and then the SM cancer maybe. But if you want to my me exhausted in now, or change video Feel Good be released, talks about how to manage, handle, and then some of these things. And I'll entreat you say, subscribe to the channel, and then when we release it now, you get a notification and be able to watch it. Once again, it's Feel Good Services. Now, let's talk about the Dr. Ej Edikan. If you are to have the symptoms, as I mentioned in the last week video, and now last 2 weeks, at this point, the ER is not the safest place. Rushing to the emergency room, no.
I think alcohol jump because you have to handle. I'm just a winner now about treaty. I'm for traveling out of Accra.
I will. But what's a COVID-19?
Because the PC attire know with the case that you have right now with a war case, you don't know. You are
okay. Then
why?
And actually, this one, my recorded video in Indra, and I already mentioned that. Say, my lockdown now, it is not wise. Say,
people even doing that?
Instead, they think so. Our freedom is taken away from us into the system. So now you realize the issue is not about work. What do I say? The issue is not just about work. The issue go. Because so these are the same people that will lie to the officers. Thank you. No, it's also till Monday. The rush is between an NHL to get to somewhere else. See, Mummy say, me wakra na cases in the door so one cry. Let's realize it said the tendency is Mimi will be near higher. Into Mimi, if you want to come me crash, said me de kwako more no. And no, you're back. The second thing they say, Sebio in Pempino, na ye kokra ni emrewa no, nkra. This is a disease I say a company for no more.
Yes.
Into be so, uchi mpone say what they call no, they akukumo mwana. What am I saying? Now I want to appeal to your conscience, and that is why I'm using those analogies.
Say now, you don't have to deal with a lockdown. You can go outside and do whatever you want to do.
And also no. But the person will tell the danger, how dangerous it is in the decision that you're making. And that is why I'm using those ones. Now, the third and very important case in this, let's look at the healthcare facilities. Cemetery crime. And I say Kumasi Fie, Greater Kumasi. Let's say, the healthcare facilities in Accra and Greater Kumasi. What makes you think it's the one case and I say no and a
career.
One you are not doing yourself any good. Two, you are doing more harm to more.
Okay.
One yes, someone baby
last point and go into Dr. Kofi point in any body. So the last point about the lockdown is the National Identification Agency, that's authority. So this is the political trend that we're going with it now. The NDC caucus has come up with a case whereby the thing say, okay, so everything is being on lockdown now, we should stop the national ID cards now, which at one breath, I think so the NDC has a point. In another breath, now I think so the government also have a point. Because remember point is Nipa no Mokoya ID cards from why do you put them in that harm's place? What's American say no? It's say if they die right now, ID card we have a wire. Adibia no be the kind of says, we eat to live, we don't live to eat. It's adina and we do for the people. It's adina yaman for the people. It's also and say why is the national identification card still being enforced? And people are still trying to find means and ways to make it happen. And this is for argument to be raising point to Tofan, briefly, less than a minute and a half. What do you guys think about this? Do you guys think say yes, the government should still keep up the ID cards normally, and also they should also put that to a hold?
Maybe kakra me can say anything biana we don't need to sustain life at this point. It makes every sense to put on hold. What is the mechanism? So the question we need, the real question that SA Busen will say, ID card na nipano, national identification card na nipano kwa kwen. Is it necessary to sustain life? And answer is not. If it's not, na nipano kwa kwen no, it will put the person at risk. And now say, ebe spread the virus now we are trying to contain. Then there's no point.
And also for any stimulus package, because the internal council stimulus package will now work. They say, "Come on, you do social security number and heading. They can track you for stimulus package. Ghana's any identification number be the track."
He is working something out. We don't know the details yet. But to the NIA, now, there was a lot of talk about it. It was still ongoing at the time. At this point, and I understand this major. And at this point,
when
me who that.
This was as of yesterday.
No, because they were at the Eastern region. I think it was dragged to court, and the court ruled. They said legally they can still continue.
Yes,
but I think it's on moral and ethical grounds. Okay. Sometimes we do one more 3 months for the purpose of it. Until I am in the court. What is
the court? No need more and ethical sense.
Be me patro about legal issue a different from what am I say? Until when you are challenging me on legal. Then I'll challenge you on legal. Who say I say me ye be no o person o cha me say de o ye nenye. E be make major, but me person me prove it to also say de me ye no menim de me ye
the laws are built on morals, ethics and facts.
PK, if you challenge me on legal grounds, I might fight you legally, me we no major. Who will be order na what charge you be for defamation? We no say this kind of chair no.
Educated also this is done or show the
quality. Anything when you see that example. But who on ma or no betray some man so no. We are no say James. Or person proving point say asem na ye can no. I have a point. Ain't legal battle no there. Yes, they won they fought they won, but they are not continuing.
All right. So no young call that Dr. Kofi J point to make here no. You have tie in with Obwade. I mean give it the brief way about Obwade. No one to tie in real quick. That fit there. You call to the pharmaceutical part and no details. Then so no for the final words. So what happened? Indra and they said a quick brief about the story. Say Obo for the bias or second for another musical. I know as they say under Anubima or yeah aspiring member of parliament and corporate or court this year. All the same. Our papa fi UK Eba Ghana. Ebedugan on the 19th of March here, not just last week I said, and around last week Thursday, hobby, you know. No bedu ya no, none horn no phone for the car, no complaint of cough, or hospital. No do hospital, no, nah, just say, almost testing for, hospital's normal checkup. One call us, your friend is say, COVID-19 patient, and I say, be a suspicious of being COVID-19. No do hospital, no, don't join the interview now, from the phone calls and any he was asked, said, or mom did the coin, they were asked to say, oh, Papa, no, has he have any encounter with any travel? The question was no on 2 coin BIA. And again, this is what was said. It is a hospitals and not say entities, but this was what was said. In nature, you know, about treating as normal, into the testing for malaria. And I don't know there was speech or the Biden on the paper or the Biden say the dad was tested for malaria. No. And I'm testing for COVID-19, and 2 days later the results came, and it was positive. Indra and Papa no away from COVID-19. Now, our boss was tested, and he came out as your friend is saying negative. But the point then they say COVID-19 and a move man I day who say when you're say and secondly, I think you have to test about 3 times if you do that procedure test. So we need symptoms to be. You have to test about 3 times for it to be very, very legitimate. In this case, so many school of thoughts. In this case, yesterday on High Life Radio was raised, and there was a good debate about it. So many different school of thought that also shared their opinion and concern. Say, Obo wasn't fair to Ghanaians, especially the health sector and the Ghanaian populace, and his papa. He said his papa and his father at large, because if Uncle Kano Crenny Tabana said, "Bushra Fonda Kano Crenny Tama," maybe the man would have been having a different attention for care. Mojun Hossein, health, careful. Mojun Hossein.
I'm saying story I work I'm saying and it came to my attention and without pointing any fingers, Kakra met me I can say this is a serious situation. The world as a whole face and the year and I say future air course in and say beboa near the ya contain it there, and and then at the same time there are people at the front lines who are putting their life at risk. Say bombeda ombebuana obia wanye bineden yet me ahwe nipa no say be nipa na nyeden enhwe ne nkwa so and even for someone deciding to be there in these hospitals for people to come in na no and then putting their life at risk, no one treats them. It's a big sacrifice on its own, and it's the least that we as individuals can do. And say, you be honest at this point. I feel like there's no reason to be dishonest at this point because one, nipa na wo bana ebia based on movement why exposed it's your own interest to give every you can say history of your whereabouts to the health personnel. Say one, they will know how to handle you. Two, they will know how to handle themselves, and at the end of the day, we all satisfy each other. We'll be able to help you get better. Then the pana and so almost protect you. So they can also protect their families. And I think we should all help in this times. Whatever information that you have, we should be very forthcoming because yes, Anna, not only are you putting yourself or the sick person in danger, you're also putting those who are sacrificing to take care of these people also in danger. And these are difficult times and these are unusual times. And I don't see what you stand to gain from hiding some information, especially when it comes to Obi Napomudi and also Obi health. More so in this situation, this is sort of life and death. I think there's no shame in talking about where Nipano Ako and then at the end of the day it helps. And it's a win-win situation. Kakra meet me account.
Dr. Kofke J my home.
Cool. Dr. J, say ubet me confirm me mamia. Is it true say the emergency room for Ridge Hospital is closed? And as it was closed as of yesterday. Or Ridge.
Oh, it's a Honda didn't see it.
Yeah, Ridge on see.
Wow.
So if you can confirm for me, I can make Virgin home because I want to make a point. And let me go ahead. Regardless, say a close and I say close.
Now, you believe because of that situation, to know this comment in the buy now.
It could be.
Okay.
It could be. I recall to America and I said more various health platforms also, right? Mostly Ghanaians. Now, I will be the story in the better hold. And somebody said, because of that, now the doctors and the workers at the emergency room were exposed to it because as the story went, the truth was not told about the travel history. A
popular into the
right. And for that reason, the health workers were exposed. Later on, one of the doctors tested positive for COVID-19. For that reason, the emergency room was shut down. That is a report I heard. Now, so let's look at it this way. If that is true, and because of that, you are locking down the whole Ridge Hospital emergency room. Do you see the significance of what we're talking about?
Yes.
And no me person ye dwen ho no. Wo asem na ye ka no mpedifo enye fediagro enioma ne ye ka ho asem. Enti if you expose these health workers almost ebusuan or poor or beko na ebusuan ho no. If they also infect those people, now ebusua no so no ebekọ baby foforo. Can you imagine by that one incident nipa dodo a ebeye infected just by that? Now say a person see a close Rich Hospital emergency room now. Can you imagine people that also need help? CCR now they cannot get because the emergency room is shut down.
So that means with one school of thought to say he has not been fair to Ghanaians in the health sector, I don't know.
If the story that is coming out is true there, then the damage is way more. And let's not limit it to a poor situation. There might be some other people who say more public. But there might be other people who are not disclosive fully about their information to the health officers.
Know better than all those people.
You see, as Ghanaians, as viewers and listeners, yeah, we are advising all of us. I want us to know and understand the implication of giving half information or lying to health officers in this case, and for that matter, any other time. Part of why, please do not go to the emergency room if you absolutely do not need to go. Say enyese sebio urupa nese ubetimi manage u situation wo fear me show manage wo fear. If you have any symptoms of GI, upper respiratory, whatever, and you concerned, they say will be a me pacho ebetimi quarantine, right? Self-quarantine. Exclude yourself from others for some time. Manage it at home. Say any of those, let's say minor injury, for anything at all that you can manage at home, no, yeah. When you say make us self-quarantine, somebody is going to come back and ask you, say, one room near one, and Sunday, they made them self-quarantine, me pacho. As I said, then I can only provide the general, and then you make it work in your specific case, right? So let's try to manage whatever we can at home. The reason being that, emergency room. Think about it. Most cases that are seen in the emergency room at this point are COVID-19 cases. So you go in there, no, you're exposing yourself to the virus. Until the CCR, the ER is not the safest place. And that is why numbers are issued where you can call, and then they will direct you as to what to do. If you live in the States, if you live in Europe, wherever you are, numbers are issued out. So open Ghana numbers now. I can check my phone and then give you the various numbers.
Once you check your phone, let me go and read the comments right here.
Sure.
Nana Kebuaten said Ghanaians should follow the directives of expect and stop attributing COVID-19 to evil spirits. Anna, wow, yes, okay, for numbers no hotline numbers no Ghana no 055 222 004 055 222 004 2 no year 4 into the 055 no about 2 back mark 4 no ako 004 another number near the same the last number near 5 now near last number near 005 now third number near 050 949 7700 number DBM 050 949 7700 last number near 055 843 9868 the show any lotto number Shenwa Kukucha a hotline number 055 843 9868
and as a ambulance code now I'm say star 112 and I says star BB ambulance code na no message na chem there to
okay
obo and also now they will direct you on what to do than say obe Russia hospital.
Mamiama said let's stay safe by following protocol and observe key principles of personal hygiene and self-isolation. Together we will fight this battle. Together we will overcome, and together we will laugh again. Stay at home and save lives. Nana Kweko Fori, doctor, yachiawa, we be Las Vegas abontie. Also, I will treat people living in areas not under lockdown to still stay home and limit their social activities. As about doctors and physicians, they have care workers. That's a boost to be sad. Most of them bring bad advice. Yet, by Anson Eric Sapon, Also this national ID card thing, they started the late at a meal's time. I got this A4 sheet but never smell even the card in pool. My Eastern region people don't go and do the Ghana card, yeah, and one no answer Eric I can't know. A-class photos will say, well done guys, keep it up. Remember keeping safe and stay at home. And last comment, Pastor Patience say, please let home and advise say please stay home and advise your family and teach them how they can also educate others. Yo, young call your final segment, which is is there any treatment and I say sex stone treatment in place right now? Because your TBB say paracetamol and Tylenol is and I was sorry. That's a party. And I was sorry. Yet is a paracetamol and Tylenol. And my young fat ibuprofen much video be barrage I'm for circulating. Yeah, how many say but so I'm for 2 gum. And I who be can say be bonin chantro. It's bonin that they be other video na no I there or casa. Na I'm for 2 gum. E be so the chloric acid by a chloric acid they can last week. Mr. Is there any treatment I cost to see?
Okay, me that say. I think say the equals no one problem beside the virus itself, misinformation. So because there's a whole lot going on with your WhatsApp, so and sometimes it amazes me, but be for that kind of information, free. So the Kaiser I do a shots and obi and send me some obi say spray be about the spray of fear and one no corona no it been to me so fear that a whole lot obi say all the before we pay for be spray ho na
no home bon
I don't think about the American say back to your question. As of now there's no, and I'm speaking from you kind of saying a chrome high one, and I think say for the most part it also applies to, and I say on the world stage that's the same situation.
But my car back America being on the first.
At this point you need any FDA approved medication it treat this disease. Now that doesn't mean say there's not BBN one man is in the process or is in the works. Right now, say the union they are actively working on a vaccine. Hopefully, when it comes out, it will help. But say the maybe they can't want them answer na drew ebeba out na drew no yet me approve say any day will be at me then a receive what drone. It has to go through some process. So I'm say brain to me but drug development is a very lengthy and a very complicated process. And I think say in this situation, the government and the FDA and all those stakeholders, and what they are trying to do is say they will speed up the process. Say, but you bet me any vaccine in them. But no crano, they say who say the earliest we can have the vaccine can be ready will be like a year from now. That is even with the expedite process and I say just speedy processing. And it's in terms of vaccine, it's in the process, it's coming. Now because you see the question that has been coming up and I say okay, you see there's no specific treatment. And what do we do with them? And I say for the most part, treatment, has always been, and I say mostly, it has been,
symptom management.
Yes, and just kind of supporting those patients to make sure say they get better. But at the same time, there are some drugs that are being used on compassionate basis, and then sometimes even as part of clinical trials. So, and a droby to say chloroquine, any hydroxychloroquine, and so I think abominable. Now, hydroxychloroquine, I shall see my fan say the idea say it helps, Since recently it came out of a study in France. So, or study they took couple of patients and then after a couple of days, 6 days, 4 days, 3 days post the procedure, and then they kind of check and then they realize it works. Now the problem with that study, say, the number of people that they use, was very, 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 very small. So, and over a year, statistics can be say power. It wasn't, the study wasn't even powered. And I said, and yet quality study in the sense, without going into details, there are some high quality scientific studies that you can use the results for anything, and I say the results can be reliable. But those studies, were not those type of studies, But at the same time, and I'm saying situation a woman, every little thing that can offer a little amount of hope, we think, say, it might help. Therefore, in some situations, and I'm saying this on fact, from my experience, we are using some of these medications. So, I know, say, most of the health systems are American. Right now, I build these medications, especially hydroxychloroquine. I'm saying chloroquine, the American and yet common. So the form that we have now, hydroxychloroquine. And the few studies on why NHS is more potent than chloroquine, but that can also be a different discussion. And we are using those ones not because we think, say, there's, evidence in here is so overwhelming, say, and I say we believe 100%, but we are using them because we have a little amount of evidence, say, they work, whilst we continue to study those drugs. So, and at this point, you need any specific medication, you have vet and I say, yes, study thorough enough to say, this one works. So whatever we are using, I said, they used to be to see, just because there's nothing available, and those ones are the few ones I show some signs they will work. And hydroxychloroquine, it's not the only thing that's been using. Say study another drug be azithromycin, which is not even antiviral, it's an antibiotic. But the study has shown say what the hydroxychloroquine it helps. So, but say there kind of misinformation. Say I don't know US hydroxychloroquine it's in short supply. So people there are strict policies even within hospitals as to on
the controlled medication.
Yes, and yes, controlled, but you have to meet certain criteria. And yes, and even Ohio Hakrano governor now issue directives say so be your trade prescription for that medication, like prescribe it for 14 days and only give 14 days supply. They will not give you more than that. All because we are trying to make sure we don't waste it, so to speak. So because hydroxychloroquine it's not on the other uses that lupus cancer. Cancer.
Autoimmune diseases.
All those autoimmune diseases, so they use it. So and we are trying to control that. And the situation is changing, so is them. And I believe, as time goes on, because there's a lot of drugs which are in clinical trials right now, and as time goes on, those ones will come out. Now, before I demand this, I'm back on. Will be beside my question. Be said, therefore, some more chloroquine. Can I start taking it? And I know, nothing has shown, we bet me a prophylaxis against this disease. And you even taking this medication in an attempt to say, what the bubble it never works. And the way you you are just putting yourself in danger. Because let's not forget that these medications, they are not benign. And I say they are not
what?
Benign.
I know they are anti-sabro from last year.
Okay. In layman's
okay, but when you see word, who's okay say what side effects be about so it be more say internet signing and yes
so okay, me fan say
there be one fan say deny
oh some me bad because some of these things what they buy a custom na fan say the ho nyo sa so because one issues so there are some say those two medications so do a heart issue so that's what take care if be QTC prolongation bet me amano I bet me I was saying heart problems and so when you are to the point say physician I said the healthcare person and the thing say you need this medication, why do you take in something which can even worsen your problem and as put you in danger. And into no message say aweye na say ye na yankasa no yen shase and self treat you. It never helps.
Now what can we win for final words in mind? And that's for final words now no.
Oh, final words them will be pa.
Yeah, final words right.
I'm saying for kakra me can say sad day we na aba no. Say unfortunate, but together no we can all stand together and then fight this pandemic. Now it takes all of us. So and you know say say we all have individual roles to play. Say the yedi kan abajafo edi kan. Now oh yeah wo de kakra. Na me so me ya me de kakra. Now I don't have to sit there and wait to say president be and I say leader be ebe impose some strict be wo me so before I conform. Then you know say this is something abba affect you nyina say obia ye na famu dia say o bo aduan ya no say be ya de bia won so na nko grocery store say you know o wash your hands so say whatever little thing that you nyina betimi aye no I think say ye nyina mo na say the bia can there's always light at the end of the tunnel. I think say life can get back to normal.
Read the comments real quick now. Feel good for the final words, bro. Kojo ABOC, do you guys agree with the president's statement that people dying should be used as lab rats? Just to paraphrase him, because he asserts that the chloroquine and hydrochloroquine should be used on those already dying. We know about us. So let me share my opinion on this whole drama with the COVID-19 and all the consistencies, theories, or not be a conspiracy theories around it. As far as I'm concerned, and for the matter Ghana is concerned, we are mere pawns on the chessboard. What do you think about that one? Then feel free to find out.
Being president, the
President Trump.
Oh, okay, the president. Who's I didn't know whether Ghanaian president. And I said,
I'm not the president, but we need him.
Oh, okay. Now to the issue na I can say conspiracy theories kukosu nyina we mu na de buy say be say and na de bia me hu ye say we bia na China for the buy because then they stabilize their situation, then they use the world as a market and now producing stuff for the world and they are benefiting from this crisis. Unia conspiracy theories in the 101. Mr. Mumbienche ni say regardless of the cause, the source and the why, yare naba. Yenye di betumi and what is proven to help reduce the case loads no. Yenye di betumi ne yemanem rafe. With this comes a lot of issues. Now going back to the fear and the psychological impact. With this comes a lot of issue. Let's note this. Anxiety is the #1 leading cause of leading mental health condition in the world, followed by depression, right? So now, with that being said, you know, it means to say most people who already had anxiety are going to have escalated cases at this point. The only being so no anxiety because of this, right? If some are going to be depressed because they are not able to leave the house and stuff like that, right? And you know, sad the money you know, a day or how any asudi kese beba so. Me can in nche say and the mere edunity. Mesho or change check or feel good services our page. We're going to explain all of that. But let me give the highlights. One is let's eat well. Makadeda. Let's reduce our quantity and increase the quality. 2, let's exercise. Even with stay home orders, we still be able to exercise. You can find something to do at home and to find a way to exercise. Ebinum are using the stairs in the house, going up and down. Ebinum are doing so many things. Into me pacho PBB. Kaitama no sano, and you may be anamoye. The other thing is so say, let's find activities that we enjoy doing. At this point, you know, yes, I know that what my cancer, men find you any day, men find you and son of any job to know.
Any concern here.
Because there are two things that are proven, say, as part of the signs and symptoms, of this disease. Your lungs, affect your lungs. We also know very well, say smoking, affect your lungs. And if you're doing that, and then you also happen to contract this disease, now it will only make it worse. And to make sure no me no nie. It also affects our liver. So the koye and san no and also will affect our liver. Then it will just make your situation worse. And any other addictive behavior, you're very careful, because at this point, we're going to start new behaviors, right? And as I say, we will be exposed to new behaviors. But you're very careful what we are exposed to and what we indulge in. And yes, I know so cultivate any bad behavior at this point now. I didn't betray one thing near Naka. Therefore, gaming is one big one. Because say your TTFA is very easy, say, oh, and you only share online, na yembo game. And as I say, if you PS3, PS4 from an opaco see number, this is not the time for any kind of addictive behavior whatsoever. Let's go back to a man near shadow. Who's there? And you might no, and you might a bag so a bra now we see so no, and you might open partner yonder. And this point, let's go back to and you might we see so that a was so. Any artist corner no more was so no. Oh, and it's a damrekumu ne the honest aqua abonium and say cry friend say. What they say no su. Ya support more. Any sacrifice na we see so no more was go back to those tunes. Say hip life for no so no those artists now we see so no more so now go back to those tunes. What that does, and they say it takes you back to the happy moments. Oh, so movies being so and then war no more so and now pair and I said some type of movies being so me patcho go back to those start to share those movies, those things takes you back to those times now it takes your mind away from the situation right now. As we said last week, and I will repeat again today, let's reduce our screen time. A brother do they share news on COVID-19 and all of that, since and not overtaking a media, and rightly so because of the danger that it comes with. Unfortunately, you push the brain even on our phones and everything. This is not the time to be indulging in it. Everyone by the brewer, you have the choice to watch or not to watch. And to be patcho, feel free to skip it and do something that will engage your mind positively. In doing all of this, remember you have shared your man so I did a rehearsal baby because I will sunsu. And yes, you are not watching COVID-19 related issues, but the ocean also now and yeah, so motivating the spirit into the moment share also. Now let's open our windows. This is not the time to be turning on the air conditions and the heaters. Fortunately, since you're spring and the weather is becoming nice. You be a windows and say we can have some better air circulation. Let's also expose ourselves to sunlight. As I said, or change your video now, you get way more details. Let's do all of this. If you have any challenging moments, make sure reach out. There are so many resources. But in the States, there are people providing free counseling sessions, and there are also bodies that are more supporting. Make sure let's reach out to these bodies. Now, or more intimate okay, so if you are anxious about coronavirus and you need anyone to talk to, these are numbers that you can call or WhatsApp on. Me patcho 2 0 no doso 1 2 3 4 okay 20009989 into 020009989 and the same amount of zeros now, then 4 nines, right? Into about 020009999. Then the same amount of zeros now, then 9997. Into 9989, 9999, and 9999. 97 into you can call so we're Ghana with my friend we say no so we come out so that if you look online we say has in essence a county lines ni bibia no ya na different
and with certificate no license and to go to other counties.
No, yes, license there. Basically, we license for Kentucky and Ohio, but me to be practice in Maryland assistance.
Oh, sir.
Yeah, state lines. But yes, I mean my license. I'm saying doctors license in both states. Yes.
And so won't even go outside when yeah.
No,
just only when you work for the VA.
Yeah.
VA and the federal, so it covers the whole country.
But my license they call the 50 states.
And I say, oh, compass state license. So there are some states be also obey my license, obey my practice. But then says we hear any guidelines and anything now, or frame me and now if you get in touch with me, so I can direct you appropriately.
Yeah, the mass. Yo, ebusia for. Yeah, you better konya iso na yada ya bedwa for access omuso mada age no de family kakra na yetimi ebeto to adwene na yetimi educate ye ho ewo COVID-19 ene ehon sunsanso ayekoso both Ghana and Akroman me say I feel say last week and this week have been very very educative me kramusua ne mabebre na health buff no de bia musua ba ko last week na prophylaxis well and then they benign de na me say your friend say you kro bi din o
last week sushi about viral load
the me answer me buy tell me this show man but come no board na me hu and no viral load but yes a bi adwene na ma ya adwene so ada honom for nyama bi say na yes sram say mo fa say footwear we me science school no man ko bi and I have system the minimum into so mo catch on us one fa na we yetime booms need to say me sa na one hwe na bi science fa ma mo ye dey soldier for ye tu egum se mbra na be lock down you abeda what it is wa mo fa let's be law abiding because I think so some Dr. Boati made that point said and feel good to make that point they say being law abiding and not lying to authorities no it will take you far but if you do it now what's our say how na trade up yembre am yembre and it be djumede ebramo yes ram say hwe ho so ye na ye ko etwadi ampo na nkasa hwe ye so no ma de pachi da sane be sa betra ne di nkomo ne ato adwene na ma wiase fada nya ho ne ekoso koso ahwe HITV subscribe de be ka HITV YouTube ebusu akodo na wo subscribe ya mi adoma no so umi adoma no so a ho na tese di bibia koto so a wo sabeka ayire so a nya me poch na ye de beto abramo e dem ase do tifide na chi a omie fide de fuma the one and only callers prepare for your day amanfo another man amanfo the one only amanfo the THC opoku wari eka hwekra po muntie yakramo yebeshia bye bye.